Hi everybody. My husband and I recently visited Key West, Florida, and we were able to spend a lot of time on Duval Street, one of the most famous streets in America, really. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that has never heard of Duval Street. So I thought it would be fun to put a video together of the entire street from one end to the other. So you'll see where this video begins was at the hotel where we stayed at the southernmost end, which the hotel was called the Southernmost Beach Resort, and headed north on Duval. Some fun tips about Duval Street. It is a famous downtown area that is commercially zoned, runs from north and south from the Gulf of Mexico to the Atlantic Ocean. It is just over a mile long. It was named for William Pope Duval, the first territorial governor of Florida. Back in 2012, the American Planning Association designated Duval Street as the Great Street. It has beautiful Bohemian and Spanish influenced Victorian mansions that have all been well preserved over the years. On the Atlantic Ocean end of Duval Street, there's a mix of early Key West Victorian mansions and bungalows that dot the neighborhood. Lots and lots of art galleries and boutiques and inns and outdoor cafes. You can sit outside and enjoy a glass of wine, coffee, whatever you want, really. This side of Duval is more residential than the other side of Duval, but still gets quite a bit of tourists. Duval Street represents a cultural influence for Key West and its proximity and cultural ties to Cuba. Many Cubans immigrated to this area back in the late 1860s. At one time, the many cigar stores on Duval Street gave the city the nickname Cigar City USA. There are many pleasant outdoor cafes to enjoy other Cuban-influenced products, such as Cuban coffee, which is an espresso made from a roasted Cuban coffee beans and a heavy dose of sugar. Duval Street has many famous restaurants and bars, including Sloppy Joe's and Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, just to name a few. While we were there, we had lunch at Caroline's on Duval Street, which was very, very good. So I would highly recommend that place for lunch. Lots and lots of live music at night. We really enjoyed listening to that as well. Lots of interesting people. Definitely a people watching place. Lots of interesting folks. Duval Street really is a neighborhood within the city of Key West. That's a great way to describe Duval Street. So at the northernmost tip of Duval is the famous Mallory Square. This is also where the cruise ships dock. There were actually a couple of ships that did dock while we were there. They were celebrity cruise ships. Definitely adds to the hustle and bustle when there's a cruise ship in port. The streets are always congested with pedicabs, trolleys, bikes, mopeds, cars, conch trains. There really isn't anywhere to park on Duval Street, so it's not recommended to actually drive to Duval Street because you'll never find a parking spot. We actually rented a car, the car that this GoPro camera is mounted to. We rented it at the Fort Lauderdale airport and has pretty much sat in our hotel parking lot since we got here up until this day when we decided to make this video of Duval Street. Other than that, all we've done is walk and walk and walk. Lots of walking. It's very easy to rent a bike or a moped, but we just did it all on foot. It was fine. Good exercise. I would say one of the biggest things that I would recommend while in Key West is to not just limit yourself to Duval Street, although it is great and a lot of fun. There's so much more to see if you would just take the opportunity to venture off Duval Street. We had breakfast at the Blue Heaven one day, which was very, very good. And we visited a few other spots. There was one out by the hotel called Louie's Backyard. Great spot. Oh my gosh. And the views of the ocean were just breathtaking. And this Louie's Backyard was actually recommended to us by a bartender at the Blue Heaven. Really, I think, a best kept secret kind of a place, because not many people know about it. And that would be, Louie's Backyard is towards the southernmost end of Duval Street, but not far off Duval Street. It's probably a 5-minute walk. Definitely check it out. Well, as we come to the northernmost end of Duval Street, I am going to conclude this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am always posting new videos, especially vacation videos. My family and I love to vacation. We actually have a cruise coming up in July. It's a 9-day cruise on board the Norwegian Breakaway, which will set sail from New York City to Bermuda and the Caribbean. So I hope you tune in for that video. And until then, happy traveling to all. Thanks for watching.